man. Thank you so much. No problem. We got these little bits. Here's one for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Kobo Center for the Michigan Comic Con. I'm here with Terry.
Hey, how's it going, man? Doing good.
Dude, your art's amazing, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You want to tell me a little bit what you do?
Pretty much, man, I'm inspired by a bunch of random shit. I'm like a comic book artist that was more inspired by shit that wasn't comics. So, like, you know, a lot of the comic book TV shows kind of got to me first when I was young. Superman, you know, Batman, Wonder Woman, all the stuff that came on TV or in theaters. But then I always liked the package art for toys a lot. So that probably was my major influence.
Right.
You know, growing up, it was an artist. He still, I think, works for DC called Jose Garcia Lopez. And like, he had this really clean, easy to tell what it is art. And to this day, at 40 years old, I love that style.
Yeah.
Like, I like to know what it is I'm looking at. Like, I got nothing against any other style, but
what would you categorize your style?
I mean,
how would you categorize
I categorize it as pop art.
Pop art?
I know I'm not. I'm definitely not mainstream comics. You know, I'm more like a art style of yesteryear. Kind of, you know, I'm using new school techniques to do old school artworks.
Right. What's been your best piece you've sold so far?
Actually, my originals here have probably been my best piece. Any one of these guys, people seem to gravitate towards them because they're a little bit something different in Comic-Con.
Oh, it's absolutely different.
What's next on the slate?
Oh man, I got some new Marvel and DC stuff coming out. It's a lot like my originals were, but I'm going to do high-end versions of Marvel DC characters.
Dang, man. If I were to ask you, what does the term not your average nerds mean to you? If I just threw it right at you, what does that mean?
Now you say not your average nerds?
Yeah, not your average nerd.
I mean, I look at it as a term I've been using, which is neo-nerds. You know, we're different. You know, we can get ladies. You know, we like what we like, but we're not necessarily, you know, I'm trying to think of the Revenge of the Nerds type of dudes. You know, we done whoop some motherfuckers' asses, but at the same time, we're very peaceable guys.
Right,
you know? We're new school, so that's what I think of.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah. You want to give us your hashtag or?
So on Instagram, I'm Terry Huddleston Art. Same thing with Facebook, and same thing for my website, terryhuddlestonart.com.
Thank you for taking the time, man.
No problem, man.
I'm Ben.
When I say not your average nerds, what's the first thing that pops up in your head?
The creativity aspect and maybe making your own props and costumes and being hands-on with the fandoms that we love.
Yeah.
But I'd be okay with being an average nerd too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an elitist.
No. I feel you.
I think everyone should be welcome. So I don't really know what that means, but
Right. No. Thank you. Conway, one of the co-creators of The Punisher. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you get into Marvel Comics?
Well, I actually started writing comics when I was about 15, 16 years old for DC, and was always a fan of Marvel. Wanted to write for them. Spent a couple of years developing that craft at DC, and offered my services to Marvel, went through the process of getting some scripts assignments, and eventually was given some regular books.
Why do you think The Punisher or this cover is so iconic? I know it's the first appearance, but like...
Well, it's a great cover.
Right, it is, for real.
And I think it's iconic because the character has lasted and been had as much impact as it has had over the last 30, 40 years.
If I were to ask you, what does the term not your average nerds mean? What comes to your head right away?
Not your average
Not
nerd?
your average nerds.
Well, as an average nerd, I don't know anything.
No, it's fair, it's fair. But yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Very pleasant. What does it mean to be a nerd to you guys?
Okay, well, to me it's just like a group of people that I can be myself around, and we all kind of have this shared common interest of one sort of fandom or another, and it's really great to just meet other people that are like me.
Yeah.
A big part.
Yeah, that's good, right?
Perfect. A big part for me is like seeing other people's reactions when you're someone that they really admire, look up to, or really love them. Because to them, it's like seeing their character come to life. And a big part is just like seeing that smile, or like even my smile when I see it, and I'm like, wow, like I've loved this character my whole life, and now I feel like them, I can embody them. So it's just like, it really helps you be more happy with yourself, and you know you're making other people happy doing it too.
I'm obsessed with them because they're puppets and they're amazing, and started doing the character stuff, and this is all I do full time now.
That's awesome.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Kind of, some of it is what I like. I started off doing Star Trek: The Next Generation, a whole series of puppets, because that's my jam, and that's what I loved. But then, like, I like Star Wars, so I started doing those. And then my kids were like, oh, you should do some of things like Sands and, different things. And then Walking Dead, because I watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So some of it is what I like, and some of it is, the basics, knowing, I should do some Marvel or DC, the things that other people really like, or kids will really recognize.
Like those Ninja Turtles right here.
Yeah, absolutely. The kids love the Turtles, and they love Spider-Man and Batman. So I like doing them all, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah. Or the first thing that pops in your head when I say not your average nerds, what is it?
Not your average nerd.
Yeah. First thing, not your average nerds, go. I know, right? Go!
Not your average nerds are the people who hide their nerddom. Like, everyone's a nerd on the inside. Everyone has the one thing that they really love and are passionate about. That's what you're not average nerd.
Yeah. All right.
Or kind of introverted and will not talk to people.
Okay, yeah,
They're,
see.
like, behind the closed doors, the closet, it's like, I don't do this. Really, I don't.
Myself, yeah, I'm also like kind of introverted as well. So as far as like talking to random people, it's not normally my thing, but for this, I make exceptions for this, obviously.
Well, see, and I have problems talking to anybody. I'll talk to anybody.
Oh, really? Okay, so social
That and I'm like a
butterfly.
kid magnet. I can be real scary looking in a costume, and I end up with a 2-year-old latched to my leg, and it's like.
What kind of costumes?
I do a lot of mashups. So I have one that is called Carlificent, and it's a mashup of Harley Quinn and Maleficent. Tomorrow will actually be a mashup of a Sith Lord with Maleficent.
Okay,
Oh,
that's awesome.
shit, that's dope.
Purple lightsaber, green paint.
You make all these yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How long does it take to?
My Sith Maleficent took probably about 150 hours.
Really?
Yeah. The worst part was my gauntlets. I wanted it to look like I had dragon skin on them.
Okay.
I took artificial fingernails and filed them.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
And then it has warble over the
How
top.
many do you? If you had to estimate how many scales you have on you?
There's 100 altogether.
Oh, really?
There's like at least 50 on each arm.
How long did each scale take? Because did you have to go around like to make sure they set right?
I started out with like at the very tip top of the like dragon wing.
Okay.
Actually, the gauntlets are laying side by side. It's a silhouette of Maleficent's head.
Okay, that's
so
awesome.
there's like, I always have hidden things.
Like
in
Easter eggs in your
yes,
stuff? Okay.
and unless I tell you they're there, you don't know they're
Okay,
there.
that's awesome.
And also on the back of the costume, there's Maleficent's dragon that I had. It started out with a pencil drawing, and it ended up digitized and embroidered on.
Do you do the is there a cosplayer competition?
That's the reason
Okay.
why Sith
All right.
Maleficent's going to be here tomorrow, is because I'm going to do the costume.
Okay.
contest. Each year I make like a big competition piece, and this year it was Melissa.
Okay. Do you have a website?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's LadyDragonCreations.com.
Okay, awesome.
What about Instagram? Do you have an Instagram?
Oh yeah, Lady Dragon Creation, Lady Dragon _Creations is Instagram, Lady Dragon Creations Facebook, and I travel around a lot with Wolfer Weapons and Props, and I have commissioned them. They do custom work. I did an episode 4 mashup of Princess Leia and Harley Quinn. Yeah, Princess Leia and Harley Quinn and Han Solo and the Joker.
Man, that's cool.
So they custom painted me some Han
You did an
Solo
episode of that?
No, I did episode 4.
Oh, okay.
Princess
All
Leia
right.
and Han
All right.
Solo mashup as
That's awesome.
Joker and Harley Quinn.
What makes you not an average cosplayer then?
I am 52 years old, and I just started doing this 4 years ago, and when I started doing it, I did not know how to sew, did not know how to do the dry brush painting or foam prop building. I just finished making Batman Ninja Harley Quinn hammer.
Okay.
That everybody, when I did a little video on Instagram, they thought it was like
the thing from
Karate
Karate
Kid.
Kid.
Yeah, everybody goes, oh, is that Karate Kid? Yeah! No, it's not. It's 4 foot long, and my husband's like, you're gonna hurt yourself with that. It's like, no, but I might hurt somebody else.
Is it heavy?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But you can go like this and the.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you
But
travel a lot then, or?
This will be the farthest one I drove to this year. Last year I was at Cleveland, and I've been up in Madison.
Okay.
Like once a year I end up way far away. Chicago's only like 3 hours from my house.
Okay.
So that's a short travel for me. And I go to mainly IndyCons, Indianapolis.
You guys drive everywhere with this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have had a big issue. We have a new transportation that has a 10-foot, 4-inch clearance. There is nowhere to park that damn thing.
Right, I was gonna say you're not going into any of these.
No. Poor Reed sat in it for a while, waiting for valet at the hotel to put us a spot. People.
Do you keep your costume on as your
I'll have the makeup
Okay,
on.
yeah, that's what's
You
up.
know, and if I have the white Harley makeup on, I just leave the mask on, and everyone's like,
Are there any tips that you'd give anybody who's trying to cosplay?
do not give up. If you try it and it's freaking you out, put it aside for a while, go back to it later. But just keep at it. Anybody can cosplay, and you can do whoever you want.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
How you doing? Good. Good. Can you tell us a little bit about your art? I follow you on Instagram, and this shit is tight. I love this shit.
Thanks. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I draw it.
Where do you get inspiration from, I guess?
A lot from my daughter. A lot from just like growing up, like things we used to play and do and whatever as a kid.
What's been your best piece so far?
Oh man, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't know. I feel like every new piece I do, I'm like, oh, I love this one. This is my favorite now. But you know, it kind of changes all the time. I don't know. There's ones that are definitely like more popular that I've done than other ones, but still maybe not my favorite ones. So,
what's some tips that you have for upcoming artists who have a different style like you? I mean, this is totally like.
Just keep drawing and stick with it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I sit down and draw every day, even if it's only for a little bit. I try to post something on Instagram or like Facebook and stuff every day to keep it active and up to date and whatever. I don't know, just keep going. Really, you know.
If I told you, what does not your average nerds mean to you? If I like right when it comes to your head, what's the first thing? Not your average nerds.
Say it again. Not your average nerds.
Yes, sir. What's the first thing that pops in your head when I say that?
I don't know. Different.
Different?
Yeah. I guess.
Would you consider yourself a not your average nerd?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Hey man, I appreciate the time.
Yeah. No
Thank
problem.
you so much.
Good meeting you.
Good meeting you too.
Take it easy.